To the world, Queen Sofia and King Juan Carlos of Spain appeared to be the perfect royal couple. But behind closed doors, Sofia faced one of the most humiliating marriages in modern monarchy. Her husband was repeatedly unfaithful. Reports suggest he had hundreds of mistresses. Their relationship became so distant that by the 1970s, they reportedly stopped sharing a bed. But why did Queen Sofia not divorce him? What kept her with a man who caused her so much pain? Watch the full video to find out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified as I upload a new video. Let's go on. Queen Sofia of Spain was born on November 2, 1938, at Tatoi Palace in Athens, Greece, as the eldest daughter of King Paul of Greece and Queen Frederica of Hanover. Her childhood was marked by exile and war. During World War II and the Nazi occupation of Greece, her family was forced to flee their homeland. She spent much of her early years in Egypt and South Africa, living in constant instability. In South Africa alone, the royal family moved 21 times, often facing poor living conditions and even dealing with rats in their homes. Despite these challenges, Sofia received an excellent education. She attended the prestigious Schloss Salem boarding school in Germany and later studied childcare, music, and archaeology in Athens. It was during her teenage years that she first crossed paths with Juan Carlos. She was only 16 when they met on a cruise, though neither noticed the other at the time. 6 years later, their paths met again at the wedding of the Duke of Kent in London, and this time, a spark ignited. Juan Carlos immediately saw Sofia as the perfect partner for his future on the throne. At the time, Juan Carlos was living in Spain with his family, but the country was still under Francisco Franco's dictatorship. For him, choosing a partner was not just about love. It was also a matter of dynasty and political strategy. Sofia, a Greek princess, was the perfect choice. Their union symbolized the merging of two powerful royal lineages. The couple's wedding took place in Athens on May 14, 1962, in a grand ceremony attended by relatives from across European royalty and Spanish nobility. From the very beginning, Sofia made significant sacrifices for her new life. She renounced her rights to the Greek throne, converted to Catholicism, and devoted herself to learning Spanish to fully embrace her role. Despite her efforts, Sofia was initially viewed as an outsider by much of the Spanish public, yet she proved to be a steadfast support for Juan Carlos, helping him pursue his goal of restoring the monarchy. In 1969, Juan Carlos was officially named Franco's successor as head of state. 6 years later, following Franco's death in 1975, he was crowned King of Spain, and Sofia became Queen Consort. During their early years of marriage, Sofia also embraced motherhood, giving birth to 3 children: Infanta Elena in 1963, Infanta Cristina in 1964, and Crown Prince Felipe in 1968. To the public, Sofia and Juan Carlos appeared to be the perfect royal couple. But behind the palace walls, the reality was very different. From the early years of their marriage, Juan Carlos spent little time with his wife, often choosing instead to live in a separate residence surrounded by other women. His reputation as a womanizer quickly began to grow, and what began as whispers of infidelity soon became undeniable. The king was repeatedly unfaithful. One of his first rumored affairs was with Maria Gabriella of Savoy, daughter of Italy's last king. Not long after his coronation in 1975, Sofia is said to have caught him in a compromising situation with Spanish actress and singer Sara Montiel, though she publicly denied any scandal at the time. But the rumors didn't stop there. For decades, stories of his infidelities surfaced again and again. It was even reported that public money, more than £500,000, was paid to Barbara Rey, Spain's 1971 Miss World candidate, to keep quiet about their alleged romance. Another woman, Lilian Sartio, even claimed that her daughter was Juan Carlos's illegitimate child, though the Spanish courts dismissed the case thanks to the king's legal immunity. In 2016, a book titled Juan Carlos, The King of 5,000 Lovers, was published by author Martinez Ingles, describing the former king as having a highly active romantic life. The book claimed he once had 62 lovers in just 6 months, and during his so-called passionate years, between 1976 and 1994, he had more than 1,500 mistresses. Retired police commissioner José Manuel Villarejo even claimed that Juan Carlos was injected with hormones and inhibitors to help manage his intense romantic drive, as it was considered a state concern at the time. One rumored mistress, 18-year-old actress Sandra Moserowski, even died under mysterious circumstances in 1977 after falling from her balcony. For Queen Sofia, these stories were devastating. Not only did she have to endure the private betrayal of her husband's infidelity, but she also had to see it splashed across newspapers and whispered in royal circles. Imagine the pain of attending official events, smiling for the cameras, while knowing the whole world was aware of your husband's affairs. At times, the pressure became unbearable. On one occasion, she packed her bags, took her children, and fled to India to stay with her mother and sister. Yet, in the end, she chose to return and stand by Juan Carlos. But why didn't Sofia simply leave? Why didn't she divorce a man who so openly humiliated her? The answer lies in her deep sense of duty. For Sofia, marriage was never just about love. It was about service. She once admitted that her life was not her own, but belonged to Spain. A divorce, especially in a devout Catholic country, would have caused a national scandal and seriously damaged the monarchy. Sofia understood this, and she chose to sacrifice her own happiness for the stability of the crown. Over the years, Queen Sofia tolerated Juan Carlos's behavior, even when it became a source of public ridicule. One of his most notorious relationships was with Danish-German businesswoman Carina Larsen. Their affair began around 2004 and lasted nearly a decade. The king reportedly proposed with a large emerald-cut diamond ring worth 1 million euros and gave her nearly 65 million euros as a gift. The relationship became a national scandal, especially after it emerged that she accompanied him on his infamous luxury hunting trip to Botswana in 2012, while the country was facing a severe economic crisis. After years of controversies, Juan Carlos abdicated the throne in favor of his son, Felipe VI, in 2014. Once celebrated as the king who helped guide Spain's transition to democracy, he was now widely seen as a disgraced monarch. Queen Sofia, however, emerged with her reputation intact. While her husband lost respect, she gained admiration. Spaniards saw her as a woman of resilience, enduring betrayal yet never abandoning her duties. In 2020, after a series of financial and personal scandals came to light, Juan Carlos left Spain for self-imposed exile in Abu Dhabi. Queen Sofia chose to remain in Spain, continuing to support her son, King Felipe VI, and ensuring the stability of the crown. In recent years, Juan Carlos and Sofia have met only for official engagements, such as the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II and the wedding of King Hussein of Jordan. While the tension that once haunted their marriage has eased, their relationship is reportedly not completely broken. Reports suggest that Juan Carlos maintains regular video calls with his wife from Abu Dhabi, indicating that, despite years of betrayal and scandal, a form of connection and mutual respect endures. Perhaps after all the hardships, Queen Sofia found a way to forgive her husband, not by forgetting his betrayals, but by accepting the reality of their lives and focusing on what truly mattered. Do you think Queen Sofia did the right thing by not divorcing King Juan Carlos? Would you sacrifice your own happiness for the sake of the crown if you were in her place? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want more like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up below in appreciation. And if you haven't already, you really want to subscribe to my channel, and tick the bell icon so you get notified as I upload a new video every week. See you in the next video.